The full moon cast an eerie glow over the Samson neighborhood of Bangkok that night. Little did Bank know, his life was about to take a terrifying turn. Bank had agreed to watch over his junior's rental room while he moved dorms. Just a simple favor for a friend, or so he thought. The old wooden townhouse seemed harmless enough from the outside. But something sinister lurked within its walls. Bank settles in for the night, working on his laptop to pass the time. His friend Hyde accompanies him to keep him company. But the eerie silence is soon shattered by the sound of Hyde's trembling voice. "Hey Bank. Hey Bank." Dismissing it as nothing serious, Bank doesn't look up from his work. A grave mistake. For at that very moment, an unwanted spectral guest had made her presence known to the terrified Hyde. With a piercing gaze, she seems to warn him, "Stay silent, or else." One by one, the signs become impossible to ignore. The fan whirs to a stop. The lights flicker out, plunging them into darkness. Bank finally looks around in confusion, but Hyde has already fled, his nerves shattered. Alone now, Bank is gripped by an unnatural paralysis. He strains to move, but is held down by some unseen force. A raspy voice slithers through the shadows. "What must I do to drive you from this place?" The floorboards creak with the weight of something moving inexorably closer. Bank smells the damp earth of an open grave. Then, a sickening revelation, the footsteps are coming from above. Following the telltale thump of a body hitting the floor, a ghastly figure emerges. A woman, if she can be called that, her face twisted in rage and anguish. With a bony finger, she points directly at the petrified Bank, cursing him for his failure to obey her whims. He doesn't stick around to find out what punishment she has in store, fleeing into the night in blind panic. But Bank's nightmare has only just begun. It becomes clear the tormented spirit is bound to a tragic past love, spurned by her unfaithful partner. She tasks Bank, an unwilling messenger, to track down the callous man and demand the answers she never received in life. As the ghost's hatred festers over Bank's delays, her haunting intensifies into a terrifying campaign of paranormal torment. Visions, voices, even sitting vigil by his very bed as his children sleep beside him, no corner of his world is left untouched. With his family's safety hanging in the balance, Bank must finally confront the full, horrifying truth. On one side, an agonized soul who will never know peace until her pleas are answered. On the other, a cowardly heart hardened against her by guilt and self-preservation. In this bone-chilling tale based on true events, one man must carefully navigate between the waking world and the underworld of the restless dead, to put turbulent spirits to rest, before they ultimately put him to rest as well. Does Bank have the courage and resourcefulness to defy the furious revenant's curse? The answer lies in an astonishing climactic confrontation. After being tortured relentlessly by the vengeful ghost, Bank realizes his only hope is to force her spurned lover to face the truth and provide the answers she so desperately seeks. He finally tracks down the cowardly ex-lover Vit and begs him to make peace with his past wrongs. But Vit refuses, lashing out at Bank and seemingly dooming him to an eternity of haunting. In a last-ditch effort, Bank spiritual cleanses and calls upon ancient rituals to draw out the tormented spirit. In a final, chilling face-to-face meeting, the ghost's fury reaches a fever pitch as she issues one final ultimatum to her former beloved. Vit must confess his remorse openly, or she will condemn Bank's soul to the same tortured afterlife as her own. With no other choice, Vit finally breaks down and pours out his regret through anguished sobs. The ghost's rage gives way to calm as the truth provides the acceptance she was so cruelly denied in life. Finally at peace, she bestows a silent goodbye to Bank before dissipating into another realm. Bank collapses in relief, his family's safety secured, but his beliefs about the supernatural forever upended. Hit subscribe and experience the full, terrifying journey from haunted skeptic to modern-day ghost whisperer. Hit subscribe for more real paranormal horror that will fray your nerves.